The downfall of Napoleon. After the Peninsular War between France and Spain, Russia saw that it wasn't too hard to stand up to Napoleon. As Napoleon felt his control over Russia slowly weakening, he decided that he needed to launch a campaign to invade them. In June of the year 1812, Napoleon took almost 500,000 of his French troops into Russia. It was vital that they went into the summer because they knew his forces would not be able to stand up to the cold Russian winters. At this time, Alexander I was the ruler of Russia. He used scorched earth policy against Napoleon. This involved the Russians burning any resources that would be helpful to Napoleon and his troops, and it led the French deeper into Russia over the course of a few months' time. Napoleon took Moscow, although it was winter time, and everything was burned. After a few days, he decided to turn back because it was too cold. The Russians had burned all of their supplies, and the army wanted to go home. When they were leaving Russia, Alexander and his army attacked the French army, weakening it even more. Finally, when Napoleon left Russia, 10,000 troops were left. Inland Austria and Prussia used the opportunity to fight the weakened army once it left Russia. This battle was called the Battle of Nations. After Napoleon's defeat during the Battle of Nations, he was exiled to a small island of Elba, which can be found on the coast of Italy. A lot of the French people still supported Napoleon, especially the military. Visitors were allowed to come from France and visit Napoleon, and they told him about the new ruler, Louis XIV. Louis seemed to be bringing back the old regime, which would undo the progress of the French Revolution. Napoleon then decided to come back and try to rule France once more. The military was supposed to be keeping Napoleon on Elba, but they helped him return anyway. The French people welcomed him back, and Napoleon was able to stay in France for 100 days. When Napoleon returned from Elba, all of the countries were unhappy and worried about being conquered again. The European countries decided to start a grappler act against France, with the British Duke of Wellington leading them. Napoleon is defeated and exiled to St. Helena, which is located at the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It was there where he died, possibly of a stomach cancer.